Just a few blocks down the street from the state capitol in Indiana, it's Lucas Oil Stadium, downtown Indianapolis, the home of the Colts. Stage is set, ball is on the tee, and off we go on EA Sports. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Back to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Down the sideline to the 20. It's a big run by Robinson. A pickup of 44 yards.
Well, how about that for a statement on your opening drive, Mike? I mean, we knew coming in that they wanted to get this run game going, and man, boy, did they ever.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10. Another run here for Robinson. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss, and it's second down.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete. Bijan Robinson, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. Third down coming up.
Just seems like the quarterback and the wide receiver just aren't quite on the same page. That's a throw we've seen them make time and time again throughout the year, and on this one, just a little bit off.
This opening drive has been a good one, but will it continue? Here's a test on third down.
And that's a great job defensively here on third down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself, they're able to converge and make the play and keep him short of the first down.
The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This one is good. He knocks it through. And the Falcons are out to an early 3-0 lead.
A lot of times as an offensive player, you come off the field, you're not thrilled to end a drive like this with a field goal. But I think in this case, you can label it a success. You were able to operate your offense. You were able to quiet this crowd just a little bit and come away with an early lead.
On the return, it's McKenzie. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. First throw of the game is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson.
This is an area of the offense, Mike, that's going to have to find its rhythm now as this game unfolds. They talked all week, come out early, get some completions, settle down this quarterback. Well, in return, he throws an early pick. It's too early to go away from the game plan. There's a lot of game left, but this passing game is going to have to get on track throughout the rest of this game.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Robinson. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on 3rd down.
3rd and 5. Now a give, but here comes a reverse. It'll be a pickup of 10. First down, Atlanta.
I like the element of surprise here, Mike. It seemed like everyone was so keyed elsewhere on the play that nobody even gave a thought to him potentially getting the run. Didn't take him long to see he was going to be able to clearly pick up that first down.
They run over center with Robinson. Not much there, maybe a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. On the give, it's Robinson. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Pitts is the man in motion. Go. On play action, he'll set up to throw. To the right, that's Pitts. And they'll mark him out at the 8, but it is enough to set up 1st and goal.
Well, nothing real fancy here, Mike. Not a huge pickup, but anytime on 3rd down, you got to know where the sticks are, who's your most reliable player, and I think everybody in this booth knows exactly what position that is.
They've got it at the 8, 1st down and goal. They'll run with Robinson to the 5-yard line. Second and goal. One more time, it's Robinson. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Bijan Robinson, touchdown Falcons. His 12th touchdown of the year. And this is not going to have enough steam at all. It is short, no good. Don't think it was tipped, just a bad kick. And they are unable to unlock the extra point. On the return, it's McKenzie. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On play action, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. On the ground for the first time. Here comes Jonathan Taylor. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling.
And he's into the end zone. Evan Ingram. Touchdown Colts. Now the extra point. The kick is good. And the Colts will cut it to a 2-point lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football. It's the Falcons with the early lead. We'll come back to Indianapolis in a moment. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. And here's Bijan. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down. Kirk is the motion man. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down. They will get away from that one, and they're going to have tremendous field position. This ball hits and goes out of bounds. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
In motion comes Walker. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Maybe a couple there. It's 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
On the bootleg, it's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment.
Cowboy 80. Go! Go! Go!
On the ground, here's Zamir White. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Ready up.
Second down and 8. Slot man in motion left. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Richardson operating from the pistol. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. A couple of big plays, one after the other, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll run with White, and he'll get forward for a couple. It's 2nd down. One more time, it's White. And this time, he's in. Zamir White, touchdown, Indy. They'll line it up to kick the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts will up the lead to 5. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. He'll get that complete. It's George Pickens. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
You can't run plays like this, Mike, if you don't have incredible pass protection. I mean, he started on the left side of the formation, and look how far he had to go across the field before that ball was caught. That's going to take time. That's going to take a lot of trust in that quarterback, in his protectors, to know he can stand tall in that pocket and wait for his receiver to break open.
Quick throw out wide, taken in by Pearsall. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Okay, ready?
Now a handoff. Oh, a wrinkle. Here comes a reverse. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Here's their punter now. The punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. They'll start this on the ground, and here's White. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
70 Timberwolves. Ready?
That's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. And it'll bring up second down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll come back to Indianapolis after this. Third and 6. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. And he pushed it. No good. That is wide to the right. And they are not able to draw closer. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Adonai Mitchell, the intended target. And it'll lead to a second down. They send him right out of the slot. A second down throw for Richardson. Quick throw, taken in. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
Still on his feet. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Indianapolis. An extra point attempt to follow. He's got it. And the Colts add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Open man down the field, Mooney. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given. but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
That's brought in right side by Pickens. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. They'll look to throw. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by him, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Call it a gain of 13. It's good for a Falcon 1st down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
I can tell you from firsthand experience, Mike, that is a lonely and long jog back to the huddle. I mean, you're an inch away from being the hero with a deep touchdown. Instead, you let it go through your fingertips, and you got to come back to the huddle and try again.
And that is incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Did they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
First and 10. From the gun, Richardson going for it all. That's hard. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
On 1st down, it's Richardson. To the right side here, pass is caught, and it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Richardson to throw it here on 1st down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Here's a shot toward the end zone.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning, being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Viking 18. Lion. Check out.
The drive begins with a run by White. Up the sideline at the 35. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
On second down, Richardson. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Well, that scramble is ultimately going to end up short of the first down, Mike, but it's going to help quite a bit. That's a great job by the quarterback. Just taking what the defense gives you, get downfield, pick up good yardage.
Here's 3rd and 2. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts. Now a 3rd and 2. Out of a shotgun, Richardson. A pass right side going to be taken in by Walker.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 50-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. Looking free downfield, it's Kirk. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Catch made by Pickens. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This pass defense, it just has to be better than this, Mike. They have to do a better job accounting for everybody in their coverages. They have to play their defense exactly according to the plan, because if not, this quarterback has enough weapons, he can spread the ball out and find the open space.
Pitts is the man in motion. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's going to keep it himself.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And they will finally run him down.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's a run. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown, Atlanta. So 2 touchdowns for him in this one. Numbers 12 and 13 on the year. The PAT, up and good. And the Falcons have cut the deficit to 5. So out is Coop. He'll kick this one away after the touchdown. On the return, it's McKenzie. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Rocco switch. Right there.
On the handoff, it's White. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down. Good running. Gets him to about the 44.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the 2nd half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Let's go.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Hawk 70. Rocco 80. 70 Timberwolf.
On play action, Richardson. He's going to look for the home run ball.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
handoff, it's Robinson. He'll gain 3 out of this, up to the 23. Slot receiver, headed right. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by their rookie first-round pick. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the 3rd or 4th read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway. So I don't think his fullback was his primary option on that play, but a really nice job by the quarterback working quickly through his progression, getting the ball down to his big fullback, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. So we are through. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A tight end in motion now. On 2nd down, a run with White. White, first down and much more. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Zamir White, touchdown Colts. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Robinson from the pistol. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
Throwing now from the gun. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. Back to throw. Going up top. That is caught. And he will score. Game on. Ricky Pearsall. Touchdown Falcons. The extra point, up and good. And the Falcons have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And this will work out quite well. They'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. On the ground, it's White, and that'll be a pickup of 3.
Let's go now. Viking 18.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. Catch made there, left side by Walker. A gain of 11 on that one. That's good for a Colts first down. Slot man in motion right. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
Richardson going to look to throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Big-time opportune sack there by the defense. Mike, they're right on the cusp of field goal range. You can't allow this to become a two-possession ball game here in the 4th quarter. Massive 3rd down coming up here. See if they can get off the field and get the ball back to their offense.
That's complete. McKenzie with it. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
60 by 6.
Now a give, but here comes a reverse. And he'll work his way down to about the 41. Here's a 2nd and 9.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
One of the tight ends in motion right.
Go.
Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. Now a deep ball for Mitchell. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
He'll try and get there on the ground. Richardson gonna hit the deck here, but not before he picks up a 1st down. Gain of 12 and a 1st down. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Hand the street. Hand the street. Hut, hut.
Now a toss left side for White. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Taken down behind the
Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout.
You know at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
From the gun on third down, Richardson. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on third down? It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up fourth down. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That'll be caught by the running back, Robinson. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
That is caught downfield by Pickens. A gain there of 27 yards.
This receiver went a long way to catch this ball. He started all the way out on the left side of the formation, and look where he catches it, Mike. He's all the way on the right side of the field. He just continued to work through those open zones, eventually found one, and the quarterback was able to put it on him for a nice gain. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now, faking the give. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Over the middle, that's his tight end, Pitts. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Interesting call for the defense. Pressure or sit back on 4th and 5. They'll drop to throw. That one on target with Kirk. They've got it. Here is first and goal. They'll look to throw.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
Let's go.
Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal.
Go.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he'll get about halfway there. That's a gain of 2, down to the 2. This crowd doing everything they can before 3rd and goal. And he is not going to get in. They make the tackle at the line of scrimmage. That's going to bring up 4th and goal. So it's a win for the Colts. They bounced back from the loss last week, really put in a determined effort, and will come away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.